first of all, understand your 2B processes. So understand exactly what those processes need to do, and that will entail understanding, obviously, the practicalities of your own product lifecycle. So the regulated company needs to understand exactly the product lifecycle that delivers the quality product for the patient. And that the system, let's say a system, doesn't exist in a vacuum. That system will be selected and will be used to support a particular GXP process. So they must understand that process. They must understand the data flows related with those processes, and they must understand any risks that might be associated at the process level with that process. And based on that, and taking product knowledge, process knowledge, regulatory knowledge, because there'll be basic regulatory things that they've got to achieve, and lastly, their own company quality standards. So taking all those inputs, they need to be able to define the requirements for that system. And that might not be easy for a regulated company that doesn't have the skills in-house to do that. So that's an area where I think service providers and integrators and consultancies, or whoever the service provider is, can really help by getting better at assisting the regulated companies in understanding and being able to define what their requirements are for a particular system, and then being able to explain in a meaningful way to them. I say the regulated company now has this set of requirements, which is based on process understanding, data flow understanding, regulatory understanding, everything, so that the service provider can then say, right, that requirement is already built into the product. It's the way it works. That requirement we can meet through this configuration of the product. We've built that ability in, we just have to configure it like that. And that requirement, you can either not meet it, or that will require some custom work, by somebody somewhere, us, an integrator, or yourself. So I think that's a growth area, if you will, for the service provider to help the regulated company with defining their requirements and helping the regulated company map those requirements onto the solution, so that the regulated company can say, yeah, I can see now, if we do this and follow these operational procedures, then our new application in the cloud, software as a service, whatever, meets our requirements, it'll be compliant, risks will be managed. They won't be able to do it alone in many cases, the regulated company. They don't have the resources, they might not have the in-depth expertise, and the people with the expertise will be the most in-demand people in the company. So they'll be spread thin among lots of projects. So the service provider, help them define requirements and demonstrate through a process of communication, simply and easily, how, if you engage us with this product, yes, your requirements will be met. And it's going to require effort from both sides, I think.